Yeah, good afternoon. I'm back and Unserious football again. So there's a lot of weird stories going around, and I sometimes I make sense of them based off of what I gain as someone who analyzes, and also for the love of the game. I love the game. It's basically what I do. Anyway, so there's not enough good or convincing news that I would give you because we have a lot, of course, but then you look at things like Juan Laporta, that's the president of Barcelona, right? Still in the news talking about how he still did the Alvarez bid. He was on radio, by the way, on radio. If I could check here the writing, where he goes like, at a certain moment, no, he's like, I respect everyone's opinion. We need an offer for Julian, and there it is. At a certain moment, probably at the end of July, we will say that the validity of the offer has ended. So he's confirming that, yeah, we sent in the offer, and these guys keep saying they won't give us the player, but for us to send the offer, I think, but he doesn't say that they officially rejected it. So I don't know if they officially rejected it or he's just making news. Like the Madrid election, it was chaotic, for lack of a better word. It was chaotic because I wouldn't really say that it was a good election. It was more of proving a point. You get Florentino Perez wanted to prove a point that I'm still, because he called the elections earlier than they should have been held. So he's like, you guys say I'm doing a bad job, 2 years without a trophy. He's like, let's take it back to the electorate. Well, the electorate brought him back, but the Riquelme character also wanted to prove a point that you're doing things the wrong way, and I'm here to do things the right way, and all those. But I hope his point was proven. I don't know if he's the future. Anyway, uh, Julian Alvarez, and he's still in the news, obviously. So we have Elijah Upson to Arsenal. It wasn't a big move. He came for free, 18 years. He's a centre back, young kid. Like I said, 18 years from Spurs. So ideally, the reports are saying he refused to renew the contract. So 18, you go to the academy, or like they call them under 19, under 20, under 21, whatever they will put him in. But it builds what you call depth, because that's a kid that will play, I don't know, FA Cup and, those small trophies. He will play those. Obviously, he'll play those. So, yeah, expect him to give something to Arsenal, but not immediately. And don't expect big from such moves. They are really funny moves. Then Rashford to return to United in training, preseason to take place. He's going to take place in the preseason and all that. But we've been saying this all along. He was rejected in a lot of places. Now, here's the thing about Rashford. Because we've watched him for a long time. Like, I've watched Rashford since when? I'm sure we've seen him for like 10 years. That's like 2016 when Van Gaal brought him in. I remember it was like a national game. Wonderful game he had, him with Lingard. Very wonderful game. And he showed he's a good player. He still shows he's a good player, but he doesn't show room for improvement. Does that make sense? Like, if you love him, don't expect more than what he has already given, because he plays on one side. A lot of people play on one side. Yamal, Vini, a lot play on one side, but they offer more than just playing on one side. They can come back and defend. Yamal isn't good at defending. He still comes back regardless. Vini isn't good at defending. Still, I don't think they need him defensively, but still, he tries. And then you expect more from him. That's the the silver lining. You expect more from Vini. Anyone that expects more from Rashford, I'm not even being a hater here. He has been given chances and he has failed. That's just true. I may be wrong. I'm not the best, right? I'm not the best at these things, but he's just one of those guys I look at and I'm like, I don't think I expect more than this. Like, it's like his goodness has a level, It's like it has a limit. It's not like because someone will say, even Lamine, only 12 assists, was it 11, 12, something like that? Yeah, but he can do better than that. If he didn't do it this time, he can do it the next time. So, but for Rashford, I don't even see that. And age isn't even on his side. So, but he's returning. I don't know if he can fit into the current outfit of Man United. That is Cunha, Mbeumo, Shesko, and there's Ahmad, remember, there's Dogu. I don't know if Carrick will still put him in the back or will bring him back in the front. There's Dogu somewhere there. It's um it's a decent outfit. I don't know if Rashford can fit in it. Man United fans can tell us if Rashford can fit into that outfit. But it's a decent outfit. I would give them that all day. I would give them that. Anyway. Then I read somewhere about Xavi. I was confused in the first place. Don't get me wrong. I was confused. When I read it, it may sound weird. It's like my next step could be a national team. It would suit me, and I want that. So in my head, I'm like, oh, this guy wants the Spanish job or something because he goes, oh, I have a family. The club wouldn't allow me as much time with my family. I've got young children. And I'm like, but then the statement down there is like, I'm keen to take part as a coach in a World Cup, Euro, AFCON, and Asian Cup. So he's open. That's why I was like, oh, he's trying to be open, like World Cup, Euros, AFCON, and Asia Cup. AFCON, though, I don't know. I think he just he just put that in there. I don't think Xavi can be a coach in the AFCON. We all know Xavi. Anyway, maybe I'm being too harsh on Africans. I'm African myself, so let us see. Let us see. I wish he could come to AFCON. We could use someone like him, someone that has trained the latest game firsthand, like from Guardiola himself. Because, like him or hate him, Guardiola is one of the architects of modern football. So, someone who is directly his student, you get, is a good formula to, stimulate a football culture of a country. Any country, if you want to compete today, you need to play a certain brand of football. And we all know that brand of football, especially at club level. On country level, not so much, but at club level, it has been influenced by a lot about Guardiola. Now, if a country has him, he may not influence what is played in the national in the clubs, because if he's on the national team, he doesn't coach the clubs. But then he can influence through picking certain players who fit his ideology. You understand? So when you pick those certain players who fit Xavi's ideology, you find yourself in a position where teams will begin playing like that so that their players get called up. And just like that, I think he can change. He can change, especially from a poor country's perspective. I'm not saying he should go to England. I'm not saying he should go to those big countries. Those big countries already have enough. I feel like we should invest more in football as poor countries so that we can attract the likes of Xavi. He's a young coach. He clearly saying it here that he's open to be in a World Cup, in a Euro, in an AFCON and Asian Cup. AFCON is what I picked. I don't care about the Euros. I don't care about the World Cup. I don't care about the Asia Cup. I care about the World Cup because African countries go and we have 10 positions there. Sorry for that, my bad. But AFCON, we could use him. I think we could use him. He's a good coach. He's a good coach. Anyway, leaving Xavi alone, we have a match today. England versus France. Laughable one, by the way, if you ask me. Very laughable. In my head, this stupid head of mine, I thought this would be the final. I really thought this would be the final. Trust me. I thought England is going to win. I felt like England had everything to win, and then they messed it up. I'm not a professional. I played to the very lowest of levels, so I'm just a fan. But still, I can't stop having an opinion, right? But England versus France, I'm going to watch. It's not like I have anything else to do at that time, but I'm going to watch. And but it's laughable. It's really, really laughable that these two elite teams are playing for a third place. It's not bad when you think about it. It's not that bad. It's allowed to play in such a place, but it's laughable. To me, it's laughable. I'm just not laughing because I was a bit disappointed with both of them, by the way. France, they were dominated. You can't even argue anything. You can't even argue for them for anything. You can't even be there and be like, okay, maybe, just maybe France tried, because they didn't try. They just didn't try. You get? Chouameni, Rabiot, Olise, what was the name of that dark-skinned brother who had dreadlocks in the midfield? Listen, they were poor. They had a very poor midfield. Spain dominated the midfield, right? Like, I have never seen Dani Olmo look as good as that, because I'm always for Merino. I don't know. Maybe I'm not even a Spanish fan, but I'm a football fan. So when I see Spain, I'm like, I think Merino is better. I really believe Merino can play better. Maybe the injury, he's not fit enough. I don't know. But whenever I see Olmo, I'm like, if you have Merino, why do you have Olmo on the pitch? But then, it's not my team. But for that particular match, he looked fantastic. Like, yo, if you didn't see that match, my guy, if you didn't see that match, Olmo looked amazing. That's all I can say. He made Olise look bad. He made Chouameni, Rabiot, call them whatever, whoever was in the midfield of France. They had a very poor game. I think they had the most stoked, midfield because okay, Rodri is good. I'm not saying, but Rodri is good, and Spain had a good defensive World Cup. I really thought these guys are going to like give them like 2-0, 2-1 at most. At worst, if France was to do poorly. France lost 2-0, my guy. These guys didn't score. I hope they keep up that with Argentina because Argentina is good. Messi is extremely good. Making them fail to score. I would love to see that. I don't think it will happen, but I would love to see it. I feel like Argentina is going to do well. But regardless, the England game, like I said, they messed it up. I don't want to talk about it. I had my money on England that day. That's all I can say. Anyway, then there's no other news mostly. It's just the World Cup final now. Lamine Yamal, Lionel Messi. That picture when they were bathing Yamal. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. 19 years ago and 19 years later, we have a matchup. It's amazing. It's one of those amazing moments that make football a beautiful game. Like in Luganda, we say "Negozala akuzinile ngoma nozina." Even the one you gave birth to yourself can actually drum, and you could dance to the tune of his drums. So it shows you that people can develop. Even the youngest of the young can develop into, a superstar. You can imagine they're now on the same stage with Messi. It's insane that Yamal is at the same stage with Lionel Messi. Even if he loses the final, to me, it's a win. It's a win. He's so young, and he's so young to be there. That's all I can say. The last time we saw this was Mbappe, 2018. Mbappe hasn't disappointed since then. The man has been top scorer. like, like since then he has been top scorer in all leagues he's played. Like every season he's top scorer, top scorer, top scorer. Yamal is not the scoring type. He's not the Mbappe type. But I hope things get better for him. I like it when the world has competition and all that. Anyway, more of these news are going to be posted on my app. Yeah, they are going to be posted on our app. They are going to be posted on Better IQ Social, BETIQ Social. Yeah, so you can always check us out for the latest news, for the latest strategies, for the latest performances, for the latest winning streaks of different teams, for the latest predictions, for the latest everything football. I'm talking from enjoyment to predictions to results to money to everything football. Just know everything football. Better IQ Social.